Hi everybody. This is introduction to an online lab for the week of 217 to 221. If you turn to your book, page shown here, it says work and energy theorem. Work equals the change in energy experiment. And on this page, we read down, we're talking about work is the change in potential energy, and also work is the change in kinetic energy. So for a general work energy theorem, we have work equals the change in both kinetic and potential energy. As we saw this week, the definition of kinetic energy was 1/2 mv squared, and the definition of potential energy for gravitational potential energy was U equals mgy. So I've collected some data, and it shows here on page 254. Okay, and it says talks about how you would set it up and measure the velocity, acceleration, mass, and distance, and with that information calculate the work done on the cart and the change in kinetic energy of the cart. Is the work energy theorem valid? And use the data given on this page to answer that question, noting that the distance that the cart moved along the track as it was being pulled by the string over the pulley was 45 centimeters. So you have a series of 6 data points in which we have the mass given, the acceleration that's been measured, and the maximum velocity achieved by the cart. It says show your calculations that verify the work energy theorem, calculate the percent difference between work and kinetic energy, and what possible sources of error might there be to explain any percent difference between these two. This online lab will combine with the lab we just did this week, where you fired the yellow ball up in the air and measured the total energy at the beginning and end to again try to validate the conservation of energy principle. So combine what you did this week and with this online lab next week, and put together a lab report on the concept of conservation of energy and the work energy theorem. Again, the lab report format is shown in on the content page of your class website. Down towards the bottom it says lab report format. So follow the lab report format for turning in the lab, and this would be due on the 25th at class time on the 25th. This is a lab report for 2 full weeks, so it's a 20-point report. If you fail to follow the lab report format, you will automatically be down to a 12 out of 20 maximum, and that doesn't even include whether or not you calculated things properly. So please follow the instructions. Do a lab report according to the format, and include your analysis of this week's lab plus next week's online lab. That'll be due on February 25th. Thank you very much.